Hey guys, Victoria here and welcome back to my channel, and in today's video we're going to talk about SPM, basically how you can survive SPM, how to survive this whole month of exams, which is of course very stressful, and how you can stay more sane during the exam season. So yeah, this is not a video about how to study last minute for SPM, although I do have a video plan for that as well. It will be up a few days after this one, and basically in that video I'm going to talk about all the last minute strategies that you can use in order to best prepare for your SPM. But this video is just going to be a more well-rounded video on your health and on just how to stay sane in general. Anyway, let's jump into my first tip, which is do not discuss your exam papers or your answers with your friends after you finish your exams. So this one is very difficult to do because I have been there, and it's always so tempting to like compare answers with your friends and be like, okay, what did you write for this? What did you get for this? It's so tempting to discuss answers with your friends, but just try not to. This is because when you compare answers with your friends and you find out that your answers are different, you'll be under the impression that you've got those questions wrong and that you did very badly for the entire paper, which of course is not true because you only remember the most difficult questions and you compare answers with your friends. So although you got those questions wrong, you probably got the other questions right, which won't affect your marks that much. So comparing answers with your friends will just give you unnecessary things to worry about, and it might affect your performance for other papers as well. So try not to compare answers with your friends after the exam paper. So my second tip is just to take care of your health during the exam season. I think that this one is a very obvious one, but it's also really important to do that. I feel like the most important thing when you go for an exam is not that you have most information in your brain, but it is the fact that you are healthy and you are in your best condition when you're doing the exam. Because think about it, you have spent around 2 years of your life just trying to prepare for this SPM. You did a lot of practice questions, you did a lot of revision, and these few hours that you're doing the exam is the time that you're going to use to prove to the examiners that you do know stuff and you did put in the effort to learn all those stuff. So if you're not in your best condition when you're doing the exam papers, it's like putting 2 years of effort into waste and all those times used to do revision into waste. So it's so important to take care of your health and to prioritize it always. My third tip is just to go onto Twitter and have a good laugh, because this is the exam season and you're feeling so tense and so stressed out, so it's always good to have a good laugh and just to make yourself feel better. And I remember that this is one of the things I did during my SPM year as well. When I came home from school, from my papers, I would search up the hashtag SPM on Twitter and I'll look at my feed. People would have come up with all these memes that are so hilarious and so relatable because you sat for the exam. So it's just really fun to look through all that. And also Twitter is not a place where people flaunt about how they got their answers right and how they found their papers easy. No, it's a place where people just complain about the exam papers, and looking through all that just makes me laugh and it makes me less stressed as well, makes me feel better about the entire situation because there are thousands of people who are going through it as well. So if you want a good laugh, you can go to hashtag SPM 2019 on Twitter. Lots of you are probably searching it up every day already. So yeah. Number 4, cut down time on social media. So this is true for all the time actually, but especially during SPM, it is best to cut down your time spent on social media. I mean, I did say go onto Twitter and have a good laugh, but don't spend your time just, roaming around there and just scrolling endlessly. Just give yourself a set amount of time, maybe 15 minutes, just to, scroll through Twitter or whatever. And then after that, you can go back to studying or doing something else other than studying and social media. Because after SPM, you will have all the time in the world to like scroll through Instagram, to watch YouTube videos. You can do any other thing after SPM, so you don't have to use your time now to do it. And I'm not just saying that you should avoid social media because it will steal your time away from revision. I'm saying it because social media will also put you in a very negative headspace. I feel like it will clutter up your thoughts and you will pay attention to too many external things like what other people are up to and stuff, which is not very healthy for our mental health. So yeah, I do advise to spend less time on social media for that reason as well. Number 5 is to pray, and this is pretty self-explanatory. And people believe in different religions, and you believe in your God, so you can put your trust in Him and believe that He has everything planned out for you, that you have done your part. And it's just nice to know that someone greater than you is in control of all these things. So it is not very useful to stress out on these things, because in the end it is not under your control anyways. It is controlled by something or someone much greater than you. So yeah. Number 6 is to get out of the house and do something other than studying, whether it's like shopping or going for a movie or something. Just make time to step out of your house, because being in the same place and like studying continuously can be so draining. So whenever I feel like I have been studying for too long and my brain just feels saturated and the information cannot enter my brain anymore, I would either just watch a movie at home or I will go out and do some shopping. And this really helps to take my mind off studying and just refresh my mind. If I do those things and just let myself breathe for a while and then come back and study, I can usually study much better and I'm in a better state of mind to study as well. But if I just keep pushing through, like if I don't go out, if I don't let myself rest and I just keep studying, it's just pretty much useless, because like my brain is rejecting information. So it's always so useful to go out, get out of the house and just get some fresh air. If you have a limited amount of time to rest and you can either go onto social media or go out, then I would definitely suggest going out and getting some fresh air, because you're actually doing something instead of watching other people do something, which really doesn't make you feel any better. My last tip, number 7, is just to get your thoughts down on paper, because it can feel so cluttered up there if you're really stressed out. And if you don't want to bother anyone by talking about your problems, you can just get a piece of paper, or if you have the habit of writing in journals, then you can just journal. But if you don't, then you can just get a piece of paper and write down about how you feel. Maybe you're anxious, just write down all your thoughts, and then you can crumple the paper away and throw it away or something. But at least you are letting it out on paper, you are putting your thoughts onto paper, and that really helps to declutter your mind. During the exam season especially, it is so important to have a clear headspace, so maybe writing out your thoughts could help. You can try that. So those are the 7 tips that I have for you in order to survive this SPM season, and I do have a video coming up in a few days which is more specific to studying tips, last minute studying tips, which will help you to do your best in SPM. I hope that this video has been useful so far, and I just want to wish all the best to all the SPM candidates of 2019. I hope that you can perform your best, and also congratulations for surviving the first week of SPM. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video.